Cool. Here we go.
Awesome.
I know. We'll just do. All right. Hello, hello, hello. It's our Sunday fun day, chill, crafty afternoon. And I am so happy because today I've got Bunny from BunnieDIY here, you guys. Such a treat. Super excited about this. And so we're just kind of like hanging out on a Sunday, talking about going on. So we were just talking about your doll repaints a little bit, but before we get there, I just had a couple questions for you to learn about everything BunnieDIY. And my first question for you is, how did you get into starting your YouTube channel? And yeah, how did that form?
Sure. Uh, hmm. Well, I am very much someone that I'm always crafting. I have to keep my hands busy. So, about a year and a half ago, we got our first house, and I was able to have a room dedicated to crafting. Finally, it's amazing. And I was kind of just building like a mini house kit, like one of those mini DIY house kits that you get on like Amazon or Banggood. And as I'm building it, I was thinking like, man, I have so many things that I'm learning while making this that I would love to share with other people. And finished that, and then I started working on some other things like dolls and stuff, and I'm like, man, I have so many things I'm learning that I would love to share with people. And so I decided, you know what, I have a space for it now. I have a window that has some good lighting. Let me go ahead and just jump in and see if I can kind of create a community with some people. The other part of it too is where we live in Washington, and where we used to live in Nevada, in Las Vegas. And we left all of our family and friends there. So I didn't have any form of community up here, especially community of other crafters. So I had, and I still have, this huge desire to, build a community with people and get to meet people and chat and, other people. Even though we don't live close to each other, we can still talk about new crafting things and what are you working on, and all, sharing tips and stuff like that. So I felt like YouTube and Instagram were kind of a way to start to meet people that way. And then I get a lot of help and feedback from watching other videos. So I was hoping I could share what I learned too, because it's definitely a lot of trial and error. And I think a lot of us can agree that sometimes we see crafters on YouTube who are just absolutely perfect, and what they make, like, no mistakes, and it's perfect the first time. But I think what we're not seeing are all of those attempts they tried before that didn't go right. And so I hope to kind of share that sometimes. Like, my stuff doesn't always go right at all. And so I want to show that and hopefully learn from it, and other people can learn from it.
Yes, and it's fantastic. I just love what you've done with your channel. You have, I feel like, I've seen, when you have all the components that are really hard to nail when you first get started. Because my first videos were really bad. Like, I'm making a tiny origami, and I don't know, I did it with my cell phone camera. And so when I come across channels like yours that like has all of the components in it, like the thumbnails, the design, the professionalism, the editing, like, people don't really sometimes understand how much goes behind making these videos.
Yes.
And so for me, I just, oh gosh, this is just a way that I can finally talk to other people who get what's going on in my head, because you're talking about YouTube and Instagram, and like, those are huge I don't know, huge marketing platforms, huge places to connect with people, to build a community. Um, so, okay, so this is another really favorite question I like to ask people when they come on the show, because I find everybody has different answers, and that's just surprising to me because I think like, well, we're all crafters, you know. So, what YouTubers do you like that craft?
Yes. Oh man. Well, I'm really, really, really lucky that my husband is also a crafter. So, and we hardly ever see each other because of work schedules. So the only time we see each other is like Friday nights. And we just park on the couch and we watch like hours of YouTuber videos. And our go-tos are always Mariah Elizabeth, Nerdy Crafter. Oh, we also watch a cooking one is My Virgin Kitchen with Barry Lewis. That's like, it's not crafting, but it's hilarious. And he's a dad, so his family is always on it, which I can relate with. And then, of course, like Aisha and Sandra Arts for resin. Because I think I'm still pretty new to resin stuff. And so I'm always, which is also why I reached out to Aisha, was I was like, I need help. What am I doing? And so like watching her videos, watching Sandra Arts helps me so much. And then that's actually how I discovered you, was because I really
Discovered
wanted to try
me.
and do geodes. I really wanted to try doing
Yes, the
geodes with
G.
resin.
Yes.
Oh, and like pouring. And I
Oh
still haven't
yeah.
even tried it. I'm so scared to try it. I have not tried it.
Mhm.
And so that's how I found you. And so I like watch all of those videos to try and find techniques. It's
Yes.
like, yeah,
Yes.
it's
You
scary.
have. It's scary, and it's so much money because the clear cast is $20. And so I mean I'm still learning. It's incredibly difficult. But what your videos that blew me away were your doll repaints. I just think those are so cool. How did
They're
you get
awesome.
into? Oh, okay. There they are. So how
They're like
did you get
watching
in?
over.
I love it. How did you get into making those?
Holy crap. It kind of goes along with like I just need to keep my hands busy and I'm always trying new things. Um so let me think. It actually goes back several years ago when I was still living in Las Vegas. I had a colleague who collects Barbies. He has the very first ever Barbie in the little black and white stripe. And so he has like I think his like several rooms in his house dedicated to Mattel dolls.
That's
And he always
amazing.
collects like the first edition, collects like Comic-Con editions. So him and I had to do this really difficult thing for work. And it was very stressful. And so I was always admiring his dolls. So he bought me my first Monster High doll. And like I never played with
Oh.
dolls as a kid. No way. I was a tomboy. I was outside all the time. I did not play with dolls. And so he gave me this Monster High doll, and I fell in love with it and started like, he would make custom clothes for them. And he would like dye them with Sharpies and like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. It makes like a tie-dye effect. So I was like, you know what? To say thank you for this doll, I tried making him some clothing for it, and then it just snowballed from there. I started making clothing, started trying to repaint their faces. Like if I got like a factory reject, I tried repainting their faces. Was trying to figure out how to fix their hair, which then turned into just giving them new hair. One thing that I haven't had a chance to do this yet, because I haven't made that many custom dolls. I've only made maybe like 5 or 6. What I would love to do is like dedicate some time to like hitting up a Goodwill or a thrift store or something, purchasing some dolls who have been much loved, well loved, giving them a makeover, and then taking them to some women's shelters. That's why I've wanted to donate these, like, even like I have a bunch of these mini like dollhouse kits, and that's what I would love to do is make them and then take them to some children's and women's shelters, because I know they get a lot of blankets and clothing, but I'm not sure how well on toys they are. Years ago, it was before I was born. My sister, my older sister, she had to go to a women's shelter for a few days. And so it was really traumatic for her. And so since then, my mom and I and my sister have tried like donating blankets and car seats and baby things to women's shelters. And so this kind of is like a branch off of that. I would love to be able to make these dolls for kids to kind of bond with. So that kind of, I haven't gotten there yet, but that's a goal.
That's an awesome goal.
Thanks. I hope I can do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. You could definitely do it. And it's just such a colorful, happy thing. And that's what I love about your channel is it's really colorful, it's really happy, it's really kawaii.
Thank you.
I've never been into kawaii until like this last year, and now I'm getting a little like kawaii, like this kawaii-ness is coming out. So could you explain to people, one, what kawaii is, and two, I mean, what do you know about kawaii? I don't know, tell us about kawaii. Do we know what this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, you were breaking up just a tiny bit, but I think I got it.
I was also repeating the same word over and over again.
Kawaii. So Kauai is an island in Hawaii. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it is, but
it is, yes.
So a different Kauai is Japanese for cute. Just I mean, I'm definitely not an expert, not a Japanese expert, but the overarching theme is that kawaii is cute, and so it's usually like ultra cute, like in anime they have the chibis with they're like tiny and they have the huge eyes. That's kawaii, something super cute. And I think it has kind of morphed into Dekorakai and other fashions that are on Harajuku in Tokyo, which is like all this street fashion. And so I think kawaii kind of morphed into that, which then morphed into pastels, rainbows, insane colors, a lot of jewelry, a lot of accessories.
Oh my gosh, it's just so addictive.
It is. It really is. It just takes over. You can't help it.
It really does. Did you ever watch Sailor Moon?
Girl. Oh my God. I am like the biggest Sailor Moon fan.
Okay, so you're going to get this reference. So you kind of, because your hair looks like Reenie's right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
it does.
It's Luna.
Oh man, I mean, like, it's all in my other room. I have so many Sailor Moon things.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, it totally looks like Reenie. Like, if I could get the big buns and then the big hair, I would totally do it. No, it was a few years ago when I still lived in Vegas. I had a friend of mine who was a hairstylist was like, "You would look super cute with pink hair," and I was like, "No, I'm not doing pink hair." Obviously, I buckled. I have pink hair, and like she did the pink hair, and it just transformed me completely. I'm like, that's who I'm supposed to be. That's who I see in the mirror.
You just blew my mind.
Yeah, like my self came out, I think, with the pink hair. And then actually I became allergic to the hair dye. So I had to stop for a few years. And I can say with confidence, I was not myself. For several years, I just did not, I felt very muted and kind of closed off. And then just in the last year, I discovered a new dye that I can use. So I have pink hair again. And it just was like a switch. It just clicked back on. And I'm like, that's who I am. Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, that's so cool.
My daughter is 3.5. And she hadn't seen me with colored hair, obviously. So the first day I came home, I had purple hair. And she just was like, your hair different. And so now she's convinced that purple and pink are my favorite color because my hair is those colors. And you know how little kids are with favorite colors. It's very important.
It is critical. Purple and pink are perfect, though. Oh, that is so amazing. I love that. I love that. I just put like blonde highlights in my hair, and already, I don't know, it makes me feel different. It makes me feel a little different. I don't know. I got some,
It really does. It's like such a little thing that just transforms you.
Yeah, totally. And I think that's why I like to make all the crafty stuff, and a lot of people like to make the crafty stuff, is just because we make these things and it just makes us feel better. Like you're talking about donating them to your beautiful dolls to like a women's shelter. There's something about like, let's just forget about all of it. We all take everything so seriously.
Yes. Yes.
And it's just like there isn't enough fun and there isn't enough sparkle, and there never will be.
There's never enough glitter. You'll find it everywhere. Once you use it in one room, it follows you, but it's still not enough.
It's still not enough. Oh my gosh, that's so true. There's glitter probably every little corner of my house that I can't find.
I can't remember the last time I used my heart confetti glitter, and I was cleaning yesterday and I found some on the other side of the house in the carpet where I never would have had that glitter. I don't know how it got there.
Oh gosh, that's the best, right? Finding some random glitter or little confetti or whatever. We got some comments in the chat. Brandy Phillips says, "Oh my gosh, love the pink hair and the ears." And she also says, "You have to be a special kind of soul to pull off pink hair heart emoji."
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think if I could give advice to anybody is just wear a fantasy colored wig one day and it transforms you.
That's so funny that you say that. Hey, and I sent you that video of me and my daughter in the Gaga thing.
Yes.
That was the first time I had worn a wig. I think ever. Like, because I did the wig, I had the wig cap on and I put it on. And I felt like a totally different person. I had become Lady Gaga.
Personified.
Yes. And then I see like Aisha Shasha, all her wigs.
Yes, right? Yes. Man. I have a few from cosplay, but not near that collection. Every time she has a new wig in her video, I'm so envious. I'm like, hit me up with some wigs. I will wear them.
I seriously don't think I've seen the same one twice.
No, not at all. Even her like more natural colored ones are gorgeous. And I'm like, these are amazing. And it's like kind of some freedom in the thinking if you have a bad hair day, just put a wig on and you look phenomenal. I mean,
it makes me just want to wear wigs. Yes, it is the best thing ever. And oh my gosh. And it was cool. It was like mermaid hair, the one that I wore for Halloween. Yeah, I'm so jealous of all of the wigs that she has. It's absolutely insane. But you also are into like the elves, the toffee and elves boxes, right? So you subscribe, you've had a couple. What's your experience been like? I've seen a couple of your unboxing videos. How long you've been getting the boxes? Did you do UV resin before? Because I never done UV resin.
Yeah, no. So I had seen Sophie and Toffee for a really long time from Nerdy Crafter. So for years I've been like, I am gonna subscribe to this box. Never did. Until I started my YouTube channel. And then I was like, this is a really good kind of consistent thing I could do every month. And for the first several months, it was awesome. But I timed it really bad because it was right when the pandemic started. So their shipping actually got completely messed up because they're in Singapore. And so, like, for example, the February box, like the March box and the April box, I didn't get until like June or July. And then when I did finally get them, the quality wasn't good. Like the molds were always really nice. I really enjoy their molds, but like they wouldn't give you enough resin to complete the molds that they gave you, or they would give you molds and no resin. So it's kind of like, how are you supposed to do the project if you don't give all the supplies? Especially if it was someone's very first box, they would be kind of SOL. You know, they wouldn't have this stuff to make it.
Because that's what confused me. Yeah. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going. I want to hear more.
So it's been a long time since I subscribed. Because I mean, it's not cheap, you know, and I'm not gonna really. I have other things I can do with everyone on YouTube. I don't have to do Sophie and Toffee. So I was skipping a lot of the box, but I did just resubscribe. And I actually I'm posting a video tomorrow of an unboxing of a craft, which I can show you.
Yes, let's see it. Let's see it. And everybody go subscribe right now to BunnieDIY so that you can see this when it comes out tomorrow. Are you premiering it? You premiering it in premiere mode? What?
So
is that all
stained glass?
Wow.
And then this is my favorite. Oh, where am I? It's like I can't really show you.
Wow.
It's hard to.
Wow, yeah. I see it. No, I see it.
Wait, this is my favorite part. I lost my mind. I was so happy with how this came out.
Whoa, that's so cool. That's super cool.
So
you made that? I feel like I just said it. I said, you made that? Wow, is that alcohol inks and resin?
It's resin and alcohol ink.
And now, wow, that's so cool.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm so excited. I've wanted to make a clock for a really long time. And this particular box this month came with a round silicone mold. And I was like, I'm doing it. I'm finally making a clock. And yeah, it came out amazing. Like, I was really skeptical of the clock actually working. So you'll see my reaction like completely live because I didn't think it was working. I got it all set up. Nothing was moving. And then all of a sudden the second hand just started ticking and I lost it.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch your video and totally make it too. I just posted her BunnieDIY stuff. Her link is in the chat right now. I'll pin it to the top of the chat too so that everybody can go there, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified. Are you going to put the video in premiere mode so that like the live chat can go?
I wish, but no, I work on Mondays.
Oh.
So I can't. I really wish I could do live premieres, but I can't. I did do it once back when we were still under quarantine, and that was one of the coolest experience in my time on YouTube was the live premiere because I got to chat with everybody. People were able to ask me questions. Oh my gosh, it was the best. So hopefully soon. There's like a really small life change happening for me with my work schedule. It's a whole thing, so I won't go into it. But potentially I will no longer be working on Mondays, which means I could do a live premiere. So I hope that happens because that would be awesome.
Yes. Totally. Very cool. Yeah, I work on Mondays too. And you know, it's just so fun to be able to connect with people like you and to connect with you, especially everybody in the chat, everybody watching this right now. I pinned BunnieDIY's YouTube link in the chat, so definitely go check it out. She made this really sweet clock. I'm still can't get over the clock. She's going to be posting that video soon. And she also made a really cool doll for Aisha Shasha, and she has that video tutorial on her YouTube, and then you can see Aisha unbox it on her channel. So if you like Aisha, she does all thing resin, has all the cool stuff. We've been talking about how cool she is the whole time. Super cool chick. Super cool.
I know. She's awesome.
She really is awesome. Yeah. So you want to tell everybody where they can find you, projects you're working on, and anything else you'd like to let them know?
Yeah. Well, I'll start. I can show a few things that I'm working on that are going to be on my channel soon. So one, I literally just finished it this morning at 2 a.m. and this is going to be on my channel.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. That is amazing. Oh,
so this is going to be more of just kind of chill, relaxing video. I'm not going to have a voiceover or anything. It's just going to be relaxing music while I put it together. You know, kind of something just to put on in the background while you're doing stuff around the house.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
And
I customized some of the things in there. So the chair is supposed to be red, but I made it yellow. The floor is coffee stir sticks instead of pieces of paper. So it looks like floor. And then I painted the walls. Where am I? Painted the walls different colors. They're supposed to be white. So that's coming up in the next week or so.
Beautiful work. My goodness. You are so talented. That was insane what you just showed us.
I'm really excited to share that one.
You're going to show how to make it?
No, it's not going to be how to make it because it is intense. So that would be the longest video ever.
I was just like, how could you even show people how to make it?
I could, but I think I would fall asleep watching it. It'd probably be like a 48-hour video.
That's the cool. So are each of the little books in there? Are each of the little books filled with pages? Or some of them, just a couple of them are.
Like a few of them are. And then
so
some
is
of them are just like, oh, go ahead.
So it's a bookstore, right?
Yeah, you know, I was just joking about this. Who knows what it is? Who knows? Because it's called a library, but it has a sale sign. That's why I said the worst. Now, I'm a librarian. I'm a children's librarian. So the whole time putting this together, there's like categories, and I'm like, this is the worst library ever. Like there's a sign for software, but it's all the art and poetry books. So
that's so funny that you said you were a librarian, because I actually am a librarian as well.
What? Get out! Well, no way!
I have a master's in library science, so I've worked in tons of libraries, but now, yeah, that's funny. We're both librarians. MLIS.
Yay, MLIS.
I was like, did she just really say she was a librarian? That's hysterical.
Oh, well, now we can talk about all of that.
First of all, you opened up a diorama of a library. You showed a giant diorama. And I was like, you're a librarian. Wow. Wow. Well, this has been super awesome. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. Please do not leave yet. I'm just going to let everybody know that you need to go subscribe to BunnieDIY. Her stuff is amazing. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. You can see the link in the description. It'll be down in the comments, and it's also in the chat. And then thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate it so much. And thank you to everybody joining us in the chat. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, everybody. All right, guys, we love you so much, and we will see you around. Bye.
Bye.